Ernest joined us in 1991. And Ernest said, "So what are you guys doing here? I don't see Africa on the map." And I said, "Well, it's going to get on the map. You're here now." And so in 1991, when Ernest joined this campus, we all got together as brothers and friends with a determination and a vision that we were going to put Africa on the map west of the Mississippi. And we've been going for 34 years. Tonight, we're also going to do a fundraiser at some point. We understand that we have only millionaires in the room, so we have no problem about our fundraiser, because tonight we're also celebrating the 30th anniversary of the founding of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution. In the earlier years of our awards gala, we did bring a number of prominent African leaders and others from the United States who are of the African soil or heritage. And we are honored to have received them all these years. And so tonight, my dear friends, on behalf of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution, I welcome you unabashedly, with thrilling excitement. I'm telling you, with some level of energy and jubilation and phenomenal verve and vitality. That's how I welcome you here tonight. You see why, my friends? Because tonight we celebrate the epoch-making contributions of the global quest for peace and justice. And we're about to welcome our guest of honor and award recipients for tonight. Please join me in standing to welcome His Excellency the President, Joseph Boakai of Liberia, Dr. Edward Bush for the Peace Builder Award, Dr. M. Omokaro for the Peace and Justice Award, Mrs. Aziza Davis Goins for the Peace Service Award, Dr. Bush Ware for the Peace Education Award, and the Alternative Dispute Resolution Secretary of the Gambia. Join me in welcoming national anthem of the United States of America. A big hand, and please be seated. Excellency President Boakai, Your Excellency Ambassador Alassane Conte, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Cabinet Ministers, members of the government of the Republic of Liberia here assembled. We are also in the company, because we're at California State University, Sacramento. If no one ever told you, the very best university in California. And it is the best for several reasons. But at the top of those reasons is because we have the very best president in the CSU. I introduce to you, if you don't know him, that's terrible, but you should know him, Dr. Luke Wood. At the head table is also a very important person on this campus who recently received the CSU-wide One Scholars Award, meaning that she, in the entire 23 campuses of the California State University system, she has produced the most phenomenal, monumental, gargantuan work that could not be ignored throughout our system. And so Dr. Achi Masupio, the Dean of the Black Honors College. We're going to have a lot of opportunities to introduce people here tonight, but I'm taking a look at my watch, which is still ticking, and we need to get on with different parts of the program. When Ernest said 34 years ago, let's put Africa on the map, he meant it. And one of the things that goes with that is the spirit of libation. The spirit of libation is something that does not negate religion and all of that, but it appeals to our ancestors, because our ancestors become the superstructure, the nuts and bolts on which we stand on in terms of our culture, in terms of our traditions, and in terms of our beliefs. And so tonight, as with all of our events, we're going to start the program with the libation, which is going to be done by my former colleague. I say former colleague because I got retired a few years ago. Dr. Tina Jordan, the CEO and founder of the Intercultural Intelligence Consulting Agency, Sankofa. Dr. Tina Jordan for the libation. Are you going to do it from the table over there? All right, let me give them the microphone.
Appreciate you. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm glad to be here. I am going to help us bring in our ancestors, but before we do that, I want to let you know that we need to adjust our lens to Africa. We already know that the birthplace of humanity is Africa. The culture of Africa is in this room. So welcome all tonight from the continent. First and foremost, we need an elder person, a senior in years who is respected in the community, their character, spirit, and demonstrated through their behavior and their good judgment. Elders are highly respected among African descendants, and we look to them to maintain balance and peace. So in reverence tonight and respect, of course, is there a wise elder, carrier of wisdom, keeper of memory in this space that grant us permission to open this grounding and this libation? Okay, I mean you too. Just say yes. Go ahead, Tina Jordan. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So in remembering and rebirthing African culture, there are several ways we can look at it. And one of the most profound ways for me is the Sankofa. So the Sankofa bird here is on the table. You can come and look at it tonight, this table of grounding of who we are with the fire, the earth, and the air, and the food that Mother Earth that brings us. So the Sankofa is well-known syllable that means go back and fetch. And what is yours is your tradition. So we want to tonight to look at the Sankofa in memory and understand that our memory of our ancestors is well in the room. And those are the ones we stand on the shoulders of. So I now invite us all to share a moment, if it feels safe for you, if it feels right in your body right now. I invite you to call the names of 1 or 2 or even 3 ancestors that you would like to feel in the room. They may be family, they may be friends, they may be people you never met but relate to deeply. I relate to Toni Morrison very deeply. So I always try to call her in the room when I'm trying to do something. And you can speak their names aloud or whisper within your heart, however you wish. But if you want to bring them in this room so that they give us the assurance that we will together have a great ceremony tonight with all the recipients. So when I hear an ancestor's name, we will pour water in the soil of the plant, which is right here, and say, Ashe. So Ashe set means make it so, or so it is. The word Ashe is from the Yoruba language meaning, and so it is, comparable to amen. So in closing, I would like to invite someone here to help me pour libations. I think Dada has volunteered himself, but he is not here. There he is. He will hold the plant, and I will pour the first libations as an example. I would like to pour a libation for my parents, Joan Jordan and Edward Jordan. And we say, Ashe. Okay. Ashe. Rebecca, I hear? Ashe. 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 Oh, Ashe, Ashe. 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 Okay. Ashe. 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 You can put it on the plate. Okay. EMG. Okay. Okay. Ashe. All right. I know. Oh, Ashe. Ashe. Yeah, we have a little water here going on situation. But thank you. Thank you. And may we feel our ancestors in the room. It's really important that we connect to our past, to the Sankofa principle and the Indigenous side. So in closing, I'd like to just give 3 ashes to those who maybe didn't survive or survived the Middle Passages to come to the Americas. Hold this right here, and I want to give. And in closing, we say Ashe 3 times. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tina Jordan. I hope you're all connected to the ancestors, connected to your roots through that. There is another level of connection we have here at these programs, and that's at the religious level. And so we follow the libation with the invocation. And as you can see, this room is heavily occupied by Liberians. They are here to honor their president. And if you look through your program, you will see a menu that is heavily Liberian. And so it stands to reason that the person who will invoke the Spirit of God is going to be a Liberian. And we're getting one of the strong leaders of the Liberian religious community, a man I have admired since he joined the community many years ago, and owns and runs his own church with branches in Liberia, Sierra Leone, South Africa, and so many other countries around the world. He is the most eminent, distinguished apostle, Pastor MacDonald Jar of the El Shaddai Ministry.
Well, praise the Lord. Such an opportunity to be here this hour. I want us to bow our head. I want to thank God for the president of Liberia being here today and his staff. And we want to invoke the presence of the Almighty God. Heavenly Father, we thank you this hour. We thank you for such a wonderful program today. We have gathered here, oh God, to give you thanks and praises. In the midst where our world is shaking, you are the Shalom, the God of peace. And God, may we have peace with you, peace in our nations, peace in Africa, peace with our fellow men, peace on our inside. We ask you to bless this occasion, this hour. We thank you, Lord. In you we live, we move, and we have our being. We thank you for such a time as this. You have called us. Liberia have stood up on the map. in the midst of trouble, in the midst of pain, in the midst of hurt, in the midst of war. You have spoken peace, be still. And we thank you for your peace. We thank you, Lord. So many are here who enjoy peace today because you are the Prince of Peace. We ask you now, Lord, to bless the occasion. Let your Holy Spirit reign in this place. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, bless this occasion now. We thank you. Amen and amen.
Thank you very much, Pastor McDonald Jar. Continuing with the program, there are many important highlights here, but there are some that are extremely important. I want you to know that in the 34 years that we have been holding this event, there has been only one person who has been the rock and stay of everything we have done, the successes we have had, and the prominent people we have brought to this campus. Some of it was very hard work, and some of it was the kind of work that you knew, even though hard, would be legacy building, epoch making. And so you don't introduce such a person lightly. You bring such a person who stands as the foundation of what we have done. As I told you, it was 34 years ago that about a half a dozen or so Black professors at Sacramento State came together and asked the question, where is Africa on this campus? We're talking about a time in the history of Sacramento when this area was referred to as Cow Town. We're talking about a time when it was impossible or near difficult to see Black professors at the top of their careers in this place. And so it was hard work. It was not easy work. I remember at a time when we brought one of the leaders from Africa, the late Mrs. Winnie Mandela. When we brought her to this campus, there were all kinds of issues about her, and we had a difficult week. We have never forgotten that. And we believed that after she left that weekend, when we returned to campus, to the top administration, myself, Ernest, Peter Wosu, Kimeni, etc., we believed that we would be fired because we had not yet obtained tenure, but we were creating serious disruption, good disruption. We were doing things to put Africa on the map. That is why it is my great honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you a legend, a transformative leader, resilient, someone with vivating energy, robust, a dynamic leader, somebody who has held the position of director. Where are you coming so close to me? I haven't called your name yet. I haven't called your name yet. Ladies and gentlemen, please, after 34 years, he is entitled to a standing ovation, Dr. Ernest Uwasi.
Dr. Taylor always a man of many articulate And indeed, very good. As a rather professor of communication studies, he never fails to live up to his reputation. And I remember when we had the former president Nnamdi Kaunda of Zambia, he has spoken so well, and he said, at my funeral, I'd like you to read my oration. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me try one more time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. That's much, much, much better. It is with indeed distinct pleasure that I, on behalf of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution, to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. President Luke Wood of California State University, Sacramento, His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia, the presidential delegation from Liberia present, our fine campus, we have our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, who's also here. We have deans, I think Dr. Ati, I always say Chief Academic Officer, not just the dean, but Chief Academic Officer of Black Honors College. There are deans and associate deans present. The able faculty, staff, students of Sac State, our community partners, especially in the Sacramento area from the different African diaspora organizations and entities. And of course, the people for whom we are here today, the Peace Award recipients. Let's give them a hand, please. I'm sure you appreciate that the invocation and libation actually is all because of you. So thank you. And we do have some guests who are visiting from out of the country. Whether it's Africa or Europe or Asia, we see you, hear you, and past award recipients who are also present. If you are here a past award recipient, please, when you stand and also be recognized. Okay, all right. All right, all right. I will make two other general comments, and then I think officially my role is to officially declare this open, and then we'll get to food, because I'm sure we would like to enjoy the delicious meal prepared. We were actually sold out for this event. Somehow we have managed to accommodate everyone, and I hope we will sure have enough food for us. But we definitely have enough drinks, for sure. Bear with us, I think it was some mix-up in terms of seating arrangement at the beginning, but I'm glad that everybody has been able to find a seat. So thank you for your patience as we're trying to get started. I would also want to recognize those that have really helped in making this possible. The administrative staff of the board and the board of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution. The CAPCR board members present, please rise and be recognized. Dr. Data Baraka Chair. Thank you. And we also have a Peace Awards Planning Committee, especially when we were presently informed that President Boakai will be joining us. We put together a Peace Awards Planning Committee that represents mostly community members, as well as Sac State. Dr. Data Barata was the chair and Jele was co-chair. Those of you in the Peace Awards Planning Committee, please rise and be recognized. Our student and graduate assistants. This year, we are very, very blessed to have support from President Wood and the Office of the President to provide us with 2 graduate assistants. So Ibiso Albert Sobules and Siresa Sarah, and of course the student assistant who has been there for a couple of years now, Emma Abasi Etokudo, and Sarah Dominic Clark, who transitioned from being a graduate assistant to a grant administrator and now does pretty much every work. So let's give my hand, please. Thank you. Yes, I think the president's table, the name, when I say the president, it's quite a good number of presidents. The 2 presidents we have in the house, maybe even 3 or 4. But the Office of the President of California State University, Sacramento, has quite recognized you, and especially our Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Anisha Mitchell, a great support. Make the point that this invitation to President Buhari would not have been possible were it not for the great facilitation of Ambassador Al-Hassan Conte, the Liberian ambassador. Dr. Conte and I have known each other since 1998, and we've been in touch, and he's been a very great partner, and it's appreciated the friendship as well. Let me quickly recognize our reserved tables. Office of the President at California State University, Sacramento. My lovely family, Mr. Ernest and Dr. Mrs. Lendo Watson family, Casinos River College, Los Rios Community College District, the CSUS Division of Criminal Justice, Office of the Provost Academic Affairs, CSUS, Black Honors College, the first and only Black Honors College in the country. Thanks to the vision of Dr. Luke Wood. Leadstar Security Inc. This probably is the 5th or 6th year that Leadstar has considered being supportive of us. And several tables from the United Neighbor Citizens Council of California, NEBA. A couple of tables from the Liberian community. Amen. Dr. Ezani Group, Mr. Ayo Taylor, for the Rebound Request Partner, Siaka Noor, Mariama Ba, Mabia Moore, Dr. Adrian S. Lawson, and Ms. Aziza Davis Gont. We also receive, I want to recognize also and thank Alicia Taylor and David Gleason in the Office of the Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Did a tremendous job with a lot of the paperwork, especially with regard to requisitions that we had to go through to make this possible. And the President's designate to the Planning Committee, and my lead contact on behalf of President Wood, the Chief of Staff, Dr. Christine Arturo. Let's give her a hand, please.
Commitment to understanding the resolve that is needed to change our world and make it better, and achieving peace in Africa, the United States, and truly around the world. And if anyone has traveled ever with Dr. Uwaza, you know that it is truly a worldwide movement. While CAPCAR is celebrating its 30th birthday tonight, the Peace Awards itself are a bit older. Tonight is the 34th annual recognition dinner for our local, national, and global champions of conflict resolution. In fact, tonight's theme, honoring our peace heroes, is all about showing the world that gaining notoriety for ending a battle will always be better than gaining notoriety for waging one. Prioritizing harmony will always be better than deliberately sowing seeds of discord. Those who lead with empathy and compassion will rise, and those who use tools of violence and fear will eventually fade. Tonight, awardees, this class is exceptional. We're here to celebrate a peace builder, Dr. Edward Bush, president of Cosumnes River College, and my brother in the struggle. Peace and Justice awardee, Dr. Emin Omokaro. Peace and Service awardee, Mrs. Aziza Davis Goins. Peace Education awardee, Dr. Butch Ware. And Peacemaker for Alternative Dispute Resolution, the Secretariat of the Gambia. For those of you who haven't been to Sacramento State, we have been on a very unique journey. I think that those who have been here would tell you that we're a little bit different than we used to be. We have today the largest population of Black students in the state of California of all four-year colleges and universities. We were the first university in the state to be recognized as a Black serving institution. And of course, we have become known for many things, but most importantly, the Black Honors College. And I'd like our Vice President, Anisha Mitchell, and our Dean, Dr. Artemis Supier, to rise and be recognized for their incredible leadership in this effort. We're proud of the work that we're doing, but we also know that it's still not enough. And it's still not enough because we live in a world with asymmetries of power and a world that doesn't always embrace justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. But we're fortunate to be at a university where the DNA of who we are is rooted in justice, is rooted in equity, is rooted in inclusion. And no one exemplifies that more than tonight's Peace Leadership Awardee, His Excellency, the President of Liberia, President Joseph Boakai. You honor us with your presence, and it gives us even more motivation to continue to do the good work in spite of incredible odds. So thank you so much for gracing us with your presence here at Sacramento State. I'd also like to share a special word of congratulations for the students who have earned scholarships tonight. You are the way that continues the work. You are the path ahead. You are the Sankofa bird. Your feet face firmly forward, but you are wise enough to watch the elders and learn the lessons that they share. And I am fortunate that so many of the elders who shared their expertise with me are here in this room, who were part of my journey here when I was a student.
We ready? Ready for peace and progress? We ready? From Cape Mountain down to Maryland, God is guiding this land. No more fighting, no more fear. Peace is living right here. From Monrovia to every town, God has turned things around. What was broken now is strong. We give thanks to the Lord. If you know God made a way, raise your hand. If you believe peace will stay, take a stand. Thank God, Liberia is peaceful today. And it will remain in Jesus' name. No enemy can stop this nation. God is covering Liberia. Step left, step right, lift your hands, clap your hands, move your feet, celebrate. It's the big peace in the land. Joy in the land. Progress rising. Liberia moving. All the counties standing strong, singing one united song. Different tribes, but we are one. Under God, the victory is won. No one can bring this nation down. God has placed a mighty crown. We will rise and we will stand. We will live across this land. In Jesus' name we declare today. Liberia people never fail. No enemy can change this plan. God is holding this nation strong. Thank God Liberia is peaceful today. Peaceful. This nation.
Way to the buffet line, please do so, because in 5 minutes we'll be returning to regular order and continuing with the program. I would like to alert Dr. Barata for the presentation in about 5 minutes of the Velji Family CAPCR Student Scholarship Award. All right, I'd like to alert Dr. Dr. Barata. And when we're ready, I'll call you. I'm urging you. Will receive their awards tonight. But we also know that the schedule and timing of the president is very important. And so we are altering the program now, and we're going to move to the keynote speaker. I have some fantastic notes here that I wanted to give in introducing President Boakai, because I wanted to celebrate the fact that my lovely wife of many decades is from Liberia. We got married on Broad Street many decades ago when she said, "I will." But I don't have all of that to say now because of time. Protocol requires me to call the Chief of Protocol of His Excellency the President, Ambassador Emmett Kennedy, to introduce the President.
Representative Emmanuel Dam of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia, members of President Boakai's cabinet, Mr. Ambassador of the Republic of Liberia, and other members of the President's entourage, President of California State University, Sacramento, other presidents of other higher institutions of specialized learning, Mr. Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs of this prestigious university, deans, departments chair, faculty, staff, and students of this university, Mr. Chairman, members of the board of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution, presidents of Sacramento State Alumni Associations, leaders and members of Liberian communities at this occasion, prelates, members of the clergy, all other invited guests, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of the awarding of this award to our president, it is my pleasing duty at this time to present to you His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia, will make remarks on this occasion.
Good evening. Please have your seats. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dr. Luke. Thank you. Dr. Luke Wood, President, California State University, Sacramento. Dr. Ernest Owazi, Director of Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution. Members of the board, faculty, administration, members of the diplomatic corps, leaders of African diaspora, members of our Liberian community here in Sacramento, and larger Liberian community organization, EULA. Students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I want to take the time to recognize a couple here. The gentleman happened to be the first fruit of my marriage life. My son, Joe Boakai, and his wife, they're here. Thank you very much. I'm glad you could be here. And then tonight also, interestingly, I came broke, but I found out that I have to take some dowry money with me. That's all right, we can talk about that. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I say much, I've never, of all my visit to the United States, I've never seen Liberians happier than this time around. Thank you. And let me assure you that you have recommitted me to serve our country, to prepare a country for future generations based on honesty, justice, rule of law, something that no one would ever take from you. I stand before you today with deep humility and profound gratitude as I accept the Distinguished Peace Award. I thank the organizers, the selection committee, and all those committed to peace that have made this movement possible. Let me also thank California State University, Sacramento, and the Center for Peace and Conflict Resolution for this honor. I am privileged to follow the footsteps of eminent African statesmen and women and peace leaders whose legacies continue to shape our continent. This honor is not mine alone. I receive it on behalf of the resilient people of Liberia, men and women, and children who endure conflict and emerge with an unyielding commitment to peace, reconciliation, and renewal. Distinguished guests, peace is often spoken of as an ideal, something noble and aspirational. But for us in Liberia, peace is not abstract. It is lived, it is earned, it is protected every single day. Our history reminds us of the devastating cause of conflict. Between 1989 and 2003, Liberia experienced a war that claimed over 250,000 lives and shattered our institutions. Families were broken, trust was eroded. Yet, even in our darkest hours, the Liberian spirit did not yield. We chose reconciliation over revenge. We chose dialogue over division. We chose hope over despair. Dear friends, the journey from conflict to peace is never easy, and it is never complete. Peace is not merely the absence of war. It is the presence of justice, opportunity, and dignity for all. I was born in a small village in Lower County. As a young boy, I could never have imagined standing before you today. My early life was shaped by hard work, discipline, and belief that education and service can transform destiny. Those experiences taught me a lasting lesson. Peace begins with the individual. It begins with our homes, our communities, and in how we treat one another. With the Accra Comprehensive Peace Agreement in 2005, Liberia began this journey towards reconciliation and democratic renewal. step by step, we build institutions and restore governance. Today, we confront our past with honesty. We have conducted dignified rebellions, issued national apology, and are working to establish a war and economic crime court. So that accountability and reconciliation move forward together. More importantly, Liberia has experienced several peaceful democratic transitions, thereby consolidating our democratic credentials. All of this has become possible because we believe that sustainable peace must rest on fairness, inclusion, and the respect for the rule of law. Distinguished guests, across the world, we continue to see instability, conflict, and emerging threats, violent extremism, climate pressures, and inequality challenge global peace. These realities remind us that peace must be continuously protected. No nation is too small to contribute. No voice is too quiet to matter. Liberia's journey demonstrates transformation. Today, we serve on the United Nations General Security Council for 2026-2027 term. We will use this position to promote dialogue, strengthening diplomacy, and advocate cooperation. How can Africa build the next generation of peace leaders at home and abroad? Africa's next generation and leaders must go beyond simply ending conflicts and aggressively prevent them. In a world where worthy examples are scarce, and with about 70% of the sub-Saharan Africa's population under the age 30, we face a demographic reality that protects both and opportunity to serious risk. It can also serve as a powerful engine for peace, innovation, and development, or if neglected, can become a source of tension, fragility, and conflict. Civil wars, global conflicts, several global and economic shocks, climate pressures, youth unemployment, and social inequality have increasingly subjected our youth to negative values, manipulations, and exploitations. Across our continent, youth and young people remain marginalized, facing limited access to education, employment, and opportunity. This marginalization has driven many to seek better prospects abroad, often risking their lives across the Sahara and beyond, while others fall prey to criminal networks, illicit drugs, human trafficking, and other negative influences. The reality of doom must change. Governments and our national leaders must ensure that the aspirations, energy, and potential of our young people are fully integrated into governance and development processes. To this end, please permit me to offer some thoughts. First and foremost, government in Africa must undertake deliberate and bold measures that support universities, regional bodies like the African Union and the ECOWAS to invest in leadership initiatives, scholarships, mentorships to encourage and mentor young people. Second, we must rethink our philosophy of education, integrating new ideas that connect youth to service and patriotism, and not take formation programs that alter the historical marginalization of youth. Our schools, curricula, and other pedagogic networks must incorporate programs on peace education. From primary schools to universities, young people must be taught courses on peace building, conflict resolution, civic responsibility, and critical thinking. Third, we must work with young people to leverage technology positively. Digital platforms must be used to mobilize, advocate, and educate, promote dialogue, contact information, and build cross-border solidarity. The fourth is that traditional youth organizations like the YMCA, other youth and student organizations must be restructured to integrate programs on peace mentorship, establish peace movements, school peace clubs, mediation initiative, youth parliaments, etc. This can enhance intergenerational partnership, and our commitment in Africa is blessed with diplomats, traditional leaders, elders, women, civil society actors who cannot retire but transfer wisdom to our young people. We must transform our vast natural wealth into prosperity and opportunities for our youth and adopt policies that prioritize youth inclusion and youth empowerment. We must ensure that Africa's demographic dividend translates into productivity, innovation, and shared prosperity, not into a restless and disenfranchised population vulnerable to instability. Peace leadership must ensure justice, inclusion, accountability, and dignity. Peace, of course, we know, is not an absence of conflict. It is the presence of fairness and opportunity. If the young people of Africa and our continent do not see justice, they would not believe in peace. Strong institutions that reward ethical leadership and platforms that amplify youth voices in government must be supported. My dear friends, Africa and our diaspora share a common destiny, one rooted in resilience, shared heritage, and collective aspiration. The vestiges of slavery, colonialism, imperialism, civil wars, and autocratic rule crippled Africa's growth and severely diminished its human capital. Some of our citizens fled into exile, but this must not be their fate. The diaspora can now become an integral part of our reconciliation and development. Victims of today must discourage the repeat of their torture. They must be different, and they must help them to reconcile. Peace leaders are not presidents and diplomats. They are teachers, community leaders, entrepreneurs, and citizens who refuse to allow hatred to define their future. Our continent, Africa, is enjoying a measure of political freedom. But like all other freedoms, it means we are free to choose whose slave we want to become. In choosing new masters, we must be careful and guard against the vain accumulation of wealth and power that seeks to marginalize and degrade others. You, the young people, our youth, are the custodians of today's and tomorrow's peace. Do not underestimate your power. Do not underestimate your voice. Leadership is defined by purpose. Choose to build bridges. Choose justice. Choose peace in every space you occupy. Distinguished guests, I am particularly pleased that the center collaborated with the University of Liberia during the 1990s, helping to train Liberian officials and practitioners in conflict transformation during one of the most difficult periods of our national history. Those efforts contributed to Liberia's recovery and continue to influence how we approach reconciliation today. For that, we want to be grateful. In closing, I accept the Peace Award with humility. But also with renewed commitment, a commitment to continue working for a Liberia that is just, inclusive, and prosperous. A commitment to contribute to peace across Africa and the world. A commitment to ensure that the sacrifices of the past are never forgotten. Let us move forward together with faith, with purpose, and with unwavering dedication to peace. And finally, I ask that you seek peace and pursue it. Again, I want to thank you. May the God Almighty bless us all, and may God bless the cause of peace, not just in Africa, but throughout the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I call upon Dr. Wazi and President Luke to do the presentation of the award. Please remain standing.
Okay, yes, let's do that one. Let me quickly make this comment. I know we're trying to rush through this, but I want to make sure that we understand the process is a very rigorous one. We usually have like an open call for the Peace Awards sometime in the summer. We receive nominations from individuals, organizations all over the world. The board of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution, pretty much faculty members, review those nominations carefully, debate, deliberate, and if we think anyone is worth moving to the next level, we will do an interview or our due diligence. This is an era of online research. Afterwards, we'll come back as faculty. We know how to debate, we know how to do research. And ultimately, a vote is taken and a decision is made. And then we will inform the relevant university officials, the dean, the president, and so on and so forth. So it's that process that we have gone through. I also want to make sure that it's not really an award to say you have arrived. It's much more an award to say, we see you, you have done very well. We want to encourage you to even do more. And I think His Excellency did allude to that. And so, in the interest of, we're not going to, in the program, we have a biography of why he is very deserving of this award. And I think he has spoken to it in his remarks this evening. And this is applicable to each and every one other of the awardees that we have tonight. Again, in the interest of time, I know His Excellency needs to leave shortly. We want to officially present to him the 2026 Africa Peace Leadership Award. And with that, President Wood will read the citation on the award, and then will be presented. And we may need to have all the other peace awardees be ready and maybe take a group photograph quickly. Let's make sure before he leaves. So
2026 Peace Leadership Award to President Boakai Sr. for exemplary leadership in peace building and reconciliation, demonstrable statesmanship in Liberia's post-conflict reconstruction, and journey towards accountability, equitable justice, unity, and sustainable peace in Liberia, as well as Africa, at the 34th Annual Peace Awards Banquet at Sacramento State.
Thank you, thank you. President Boakai, President Wood, and Dr. Ernest Uwanzi, I ask you to go to the cake table for the cutting of the cake, please. Oh, you have one more? Oh, my goodness, keep going.
yes, while we're at it, you have this already, but something that will also give you to remember, part of your remembrance of your stay at Sac State is at the back are signatures of our board members and of course President Wood and members of the planning committee, for you to remember and again the memorable visit, and we're pleased to have you on our campus. So give this to you as well.
I understand that there is something from the president of Liberia to the president of Sac State. Please, come forward. Which, is it, what is it? I was asked that there was a gift. A resolution from the Secretary of State. Go right ahead, I'm sorry. I'm getting all kinds of information here. Is that the gift? Please, bring it forward. Is that the gift? Let's hurry up, please, before it, yeah. Do the resolution,
Okay, this is a resolution from the California Secretary of State, Dr. Shirley Weber. In the interest of time, we will skip reading the citations, but definitely illustrative of recognition of your work and an encouragement to even do more as you build your legacy. On behalf of the Secretary of State, thanks to Dr. Jamila Lamb for making, one of our strong partners for making this possible. Let's read the first paragraph.
Whereas the Honorable Joseph Numa Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia, has dedicated more than 4 decades to public service, including his tenure as Vice President from 2006 to 2018, during which he played a key role in national governance and development. And whereas throughout his career, President Boakai has served in several areas of government, including as Liberia's Minister of Agriculture, supporting initiatives that help grow the economy and improve public systems. And whereas, following his election in 2023, President Boakai assumed office on January 22nd, 2024, with a focus on addressing corruption, improving accountability, and restoring public confidence in governance. We'll let the remainder.
You'll get a sense of it. And then we have another resolution proclamation from the Mayor of Sacramento. That's Yesenia from the mayor's office. please come forward. Is Dr. Jackson who helped us facilitate this? Okay. Maybe just read the first part.
Whereas Joseph Neoma Boakai has been in office since January 22nd, 2024 as the Republic of Liberia's 26th president, furthering his own and the Republic of Liberia's commitment to fair democratic governance, unity, and the promotion of peace and reconciliation.
From the Liberian community in Sacramento, quickly, please. Okay, from the Liberian community in Sacramento, please.
President Boakai, this is a plaque for you from the Liberian Associations here in California. Thank you so much for your service to our communities.
Do we have another one there? Another resolution there? Okay, this is going to from the process. Okay.
Well, this is Liberia. This is for the president of the Sacramento University in the Bible. Mr. President, this is yours. You and your wife. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, please, I'm going to ask the board members to come to the table with a cake, and President Boakai and President Wood, they're going to do the cutting of the cake to mark the 30th anniversary of the founding of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution, and it'll give you a moment for a photograph. So if you're a member of the board of the CAPCR, come to the cake table with the two presidents and Dr. Uwazi for the cutting of the cake, which will be a toast proposed by President Luke Wood and responded to by President Boakai. As we're doing that, I want to ask you, please, with great courtesy, that when the president leaves, we realize this is a very dynamic Liberian community. Do not run after him or run out there. Please don't do that. After the cutting of the cake, he is leaving. Please, he is going to be surrounded by security and Secret Service to his car. We are asking you to stay in the hall. He has told you you are the best community in America. Take that with you and don't run after him as the Secret Service escorts him to his car. All right? Let me bring the microphone for the president to propose the toast to CAPCR. Ernest, please give this microphone to President Boakai.
President Wood, first.
Well, it's a little hard to propose a toast when I don't have a glass in my hand. But I'm going to pretend like I have one right now. And let me just say, to His Excellency, President Boakai, to the awardees tonight, to our scholarship recipients, and to the 30th annual anniversary of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution. May your light shine bright in the darkness.
To the great people of Sacramento, and in particular, to the president of Sacramento University, the administration, and all those lovers of peace with dream.
I want these to come forward.
Before the president leaves, all awardees and recipients, please come. Members of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution, please go back to your seats. All the Peace Award recipients, if you're receiving an award tonight, please come forward. The president is leaving within the next minute. Please come forward. Yeah. The Peace Award recipients, please come to the cake table now. Are you doing it up here? Yeah, go over there, please. The Peace Award recipients, this is it. And I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, do not run after the Secret Service. They're taking him straight to his car. Stay in here and enjoy the rest of the program. Please. Yes. Okay, come over here. Come over here for the pictures. All right. Yeah. Thank you, President Boakai. A safe trip back to Liberia and come back to Sacramento. And I will bring the dowry. I will bring the dowry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do not follow the president out.
Hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Amy.
It is so late.
I know.
George, why aren't you sleeping? Well, let's speak to the people first. Hi, everyone. Sorry that Josh George
That,
distracted me. How are you guys doing? Long time no see. We're just here this evening to say, our hellos and our good evenings and our good morning and our good afternoon, wherever you find yourself. And this is how we always like to welcome you to another what should we say, George? Another edition of the what?
of
Night
the Amy show.
Okay. I'll take that, no problem. So you see
Yeah.
me? Look at me, George. I'm here to talk about the recruitment.
I see. That was why you were on the close one.
Yeah. I tried to look for a black bird. I couldn't find one, so I had to make my Kingo look like a bird.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
So yeah, absolutely, guys. Everybody have already talked. George, why are we always the last to talk about stuff like this? With the last voice. This is saved the best for the last, right?
Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Well, yeah. Guys, please share the show. Thank you for coming to our little homo platform. I know we've been leaving you guys hanging, but I promise, I keep telling y'all, we're gonna get this straight, all right? It just it's a lot of work in the back, a lot of engagement going on personally, and sometimes we get caught up. Look at the time we're coming on, but we promise to do better. I promise to do better. All right. So yeah, guys, there are a lot of things been going on in the country. People having we haven't been able to come on to talk about it, and we're here. So I just played a video of President Barkai getting an award, a peace award, right? George, don't act like you didn't see that video. You didn't see that yesterday. So
was that?
it was nice. So that was a long program. And that's in California, Sacramento, California. That's another long ride. It's like you come here and then you going back to Liberia. So President Boga Legs might be, I hope they got Koto with him when they're traveling to rub it when you get ready to rest at night.
You tell me to go to Raw Island to get it done.
Huh?
You want me to go to Raw Island to get it done?
To get what done?
Medical.
Oh, the charge is by Adrian? Oh, of course. This is her.
Are you saying what I'm here?
Well, you wanted to say it, so let me help you. It's necessary,
Everybody gets sick. Everybody gets see a doctor, and that's where I suck.
Okay. Well, y'all the one say he got a badger in his chest. So when y'all talking about charging that, he said we always say that. I know. I'm sorry. Money making Moses. I'm sorry. I know we always say that, and then we'll come back. We'll do the same thing. Just it's okay. Mostly we'll get it right. You know, patient don't eat the fattest bone. Just bear. How you doing, Morris? Patient's dog eat the fattest bone, Moses. Just bear with us.
When I in his basement, you sitting also.
We will get it right.
Yeah. Actually, not coming on set now because we're there at the back.
Do you know how long I called? So, anyways,
Okay.
that's not Mipla on air.
So you can be calling. You can call me.
No, I thought George was sleeping because George is in Africa.
Yeah, definitely.
So I thought
the child like said you see me, so I can see. You know, when it's time for me to see, I can see.
Well, this is the time that you. This is the time that
it's time for walking around. I think I see.
So yeah. So guys, what's new? Let's hear you. What did you pick up from the week? Let's talk about it. Let's start with. Yeah, let's talk about what's in your mind and what's new.
Yeah, well,
and you're in the country enjoying Liberia, so tell us about it.
What's on my mind is the State's Peace Prize or Peace Recognition I was given to our president.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that he does not deserve it.
Oh,
I
snap.
feel that whoever is doing his lobbying in America, he giving money to our money, our taxpayer money that is being used to lobby for all these things.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they bring it here one day because we cannot have our people suffering. People are dying from police brutality, and then the person that preside or the country go get a peace, peace prize or whatever prize. Doesn't make any sense. But that's the thing. The same thing Mama Ellen was doing, paying money for lobbyists in America to to do a bidding for her. But President Biden did a good study on her. So managed to get all those little, way of getting to the international people by paying money, because that peace prize, that, not peace prize, but it's recognition of African work nonsense. I don't know how to call it properly because I don't know. I saw these guys, sitting down there, stage manage something. You don't even know the man's record in his own country. People are dead, dying, and then you say you recognize him for what? It's just ridiculous. But look, you know what? That's the sort of society we're now living. If we can spend money, we can get a recognition. If you allow talking, you can get a recognition, not because of what you do anymore. So it's what it is. That's one thing. The second thing that I also do, that is bothering my mind is the whole thing about people. People being, every time they sign anything you say to your throat, they want to choke you. You know, you say a little thing, oh, you offensive to them. People used to be on radio cursing people. It was okay for them at that time because they wanted to use those people to get the power. So they were using it to intimidate their friends, their opponents. They were okay. They were clapping for Yaga Koluba. They were clapping for Prophet Key. They were putting on their meetings for campaign. They were okay. Now they come to power. It's not okay anymore. Everything that was bad yesterday is now good. And everything that was good is now bad. So it's ridiculous, Amy. But we're here. I'm not here for long. I gotta jump out. But look, I gotta fall asleep because I'm so tired. But I just wanted to make that clear to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Morris.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And again, it is so late. It's almost 12 o'clock. But we're here to say a few things. Then we just call it a day.
Right.
Yeah, what's on my mind? I really want to talk about this because there are people who truly believe in this and they go on social media. They placard this on social media because they truly believe in this. That if you support we are, and all of a sudden you turn your back, you decide not to support we are, and you respond to the call of death, it means because you didn't support, you turn your back on we are. This discussion started, and people truly believe in this, and they're making it like a discussion, like an issue. Like you can support we are, like we are is some kind of mystical god that when you support him and you decide not to support him, you die, and you're the cause of his death. Or when you say we are can never be president, and all of a sudden you die, that's the cause of your death. People truly believe in this. I don't understand where this coming from. Like I said, you see, we are like, even if we are men say will die. Even we are, he will die. Everybody will die. We all will die. There are people who be in CDC, they supported Mr. Weah. They least supporting Mr. Weah until they die, until they responded to the call of God of death. So I don't understand. And I feel so pity for the people that are carrying this message, making this like an issue. Oh, any man supported Weah. I don't understand. People have to be careful how to carry their own life. Put politics aside. Whoever you want to support, put that person. But think about your own life, how you carry your own life. It's just sad for people to believe that when you support Mr. Weah and all of a sudden you part company with Mr. Weah and you die, it's because of that. I don't get it. It is so sad. It is so sad. Like I said, Mr. Weah himself will die. It's just a matter of time. Everybody will die. It's just a matter of time. So when you believe that, well, it's up to you. And this is a message for the people that continue to support Weah. Because regardless of what, tomorrow, for whatever reason you decide to turn your back, when something happens to you, they will say that because of you decided to support we have. So it's a lesson learned. The second thing is that quickly, look, the country will move forward. Regardless of what, there's always a time where the checkpoint of correction will be erected. Whether it happened 100 years ago, it happened 50 years, it happened yesterday, it has to reach to the point where the checkpoint has to be erected. The country cannot continue bleeding because people, it happened yesterday, somebody, no. It has to be to the point where the country has to move. And I think we're getting there small. That's all I wanted to say.
So let's do it. I agree with that. I don't know, but the thing about it is that people want to pin this narrative that people supported something yesterday and they are saying that because it's them now they don't want to support it. And I don't care how long they say it or how loud they say it, it's not going to make it true, right? But they just want to keep beating that drum and believe in it. And then I guess when you see the lies long enough, right, and it'll tend to truth. That's what they believe. I don't know why we're still talking about the Yaka Kolobai and Perfect Key situation. The people who supported Yaka Kolobai and Perfect Key for whatever, insulting or whatever, they never said anything about them. They never said anything about it not being okay for them to do it now. Nobody ever chastised those people and said, "Oh, you can't do it now." If those people got caught and got in trouble, got punished for something else, and you want to equate it to the fact that because they are insulting somebody, the president's now, when he did, when Yaka Koba had done it 2 years straight, and nobody had ever, cracked, like even hissed their teeth at him. Who is Yaka Koba that if they wanted to do it to him, Everson, they couldn't have done it, Morris? That they should be waiting for something to happen first, and the likes of so-called Edwin Snowden talking about, I seen an interview, he talking about, there's yes, whatever you get there was a sensitive situation, but I think they were waiting for something to happen. I think that is something more to it than that. How can you prove that? Just because you're saying this, so you think that makes it any worth true or whatever? No. Just because you want to say it, because you're one of those people who want to see President Boakai fail. So of course we're not going to think that you would say anything objective. You would say something that go, that would represent according to y'all, or in your imagination would represent the opposition well. I don't know how you saying what and calling it black means you're representing the opposition well, or you're sticking together when you're making yourself look stupid to the Liberian people, right? It's like you seeing like Morris right now in the counties in Grand Crew County. Public work has begun work in Grand Crew, right? They're demolishing houses to start the roads there. And then people running around, that we have funded something, that we have did it funding, that we have did this, that we have did that. As if they're telling us that we were playing football, he kept that money to develop Grand Crew. We have money to do all of those things, and he was so busy doing all the development, and he never had the time to go to Grand Crew. So this is why I told Judge, I don't know why he left. I said, well, keep the bank account, keep the receipts, keep everything for 2029. So why are you showing the receipts to the how they call it, Grand Crew people? Joe Boakai and his people don't have to show anything, right? They've seen it laying out right in front of them. So, and when Eddie left, what they call Overpass or Redemption Hospital, all of those things there, we have never touched any of those stuff. So what she's supposed to do is government is what continue with it that we always say is right. that was going to be him doing something good for the country. He never did it. So the same things that he didn't do, when this president come or this government come and doing it, and then you want to be claiming title, yeah, anybody can leave. President Salih left some stuff for you to do. And President Walker will leave some stuff for other people, the next president that comes in, to do. They think that, you know, the meeting to that is that when you came in, what were you doing? Were you prioritizing those places that needed the attention? Like the Southeast, who can deny that the Southeast needed way, you know, much attention than anywhere else when it comes to roads? You did not even do that. And then you want to sit here and tell us, oh, the money was there. So the money was there, and you saw those people were in such a dying need for roads and stuff, getting stuck in the mud, pregnant women and all of that, and that goose getting, you know, riding on the road because it's stuck in the mud, and you never took your time, right? So to do anything. And then when this person now is doing it, you want to be claiming like, oh yeah, he loved them. And we seen a video when the Grand Crew football team was, you know, like confronting him. That guy was confronting him. He played it off like, oh, the person they don't have something. That's why they don't win the game. There is a lot of things that it's good to love somebody, but it's also good to tell them the truth. President, we have had time to build all of these houses, break his house down, which I don't fault him for that. The house that he lives in, if anybody have problem with that, I have problem with it because he was the president now, right, Morris? He's supposed to be living somewhere decent and secure. So with the whole 9th Street building and mansion, I don't have a problem with that. That was a presidential home. You know, nothing wrong with them trying to fix that up and making it secure and something. Where I have problem is all of the extra ones down the Jamaica Resorts and building a church and all of that, you know, studio and everything. Why the people have needs? You're not addressing that, but in less than a year, you were able to do all of those things. So that's where my problem comes in. About the whole we did it, that we are something there, but we are Indian, you are waiting for the second term to something. Why are you waiting for a second term? When you have the money to do it for the first one, why are you keeping it and waiting for the second term? When people need these things. You know? So my second something is the recruitment. Morris, look at me. I'm here because of that, right? You see me looking at, I'm going to go something because I'm here dressed like this because I'm here to support those guys who showed up yesterday or who were there from where. Let me see. I tried to get a Barrett. I couldn't get it, so I had to turn my head into a Kingo or something like that. But anyways, who were there from Friday to what? Sunday to Monday? They were there. They show up because they wanted to serve that country. I don't know why. I don't know how ever usually does it. To be showing all of those things on, you know, camera and on the internet while they're doing the recruitment process. I don't know why they did that, but when I seen that, I felt bad. Not feeling bad that it was doing, but I felt bad for those people, like, because I've seen people who had kind of like, who were hungry to do something, you know, for that country, that kind of wanted to serve that country, but there was something was hindering them, and that's their reading and all of that. And for some reason, Mars, that wasn't funny to me at all. I felt bad about it when I saw it, and I said they shouldn't be showing these things on, you know, to make fun of them, to be bullying them. That's the part I didn't like. I don't think Liberian people, because that's the thing our people are good at the most, right? They know how to make fun of the people, they know how to bully people on the internet, but never there to support them, to encourage them. And because of that, I thought that was because people who know how to read, they are not showing up. These people, some of them are, you know, victim of the system, or some of them did not just pay attention, but that happens everywhere. You have people who sometimes goes to school, they don't want to pay attention, they don't want to do any of those things. And sometimes it's because of the system, right? Where they went to school and things like that and how they would talk. So this, when I look at it, I see that as, you know, people being handicapped and being hindering because of things like that. I don't see it to be funny. And they got this, especially this guy that read all of the big words around the top, but he couldn't pronounce the word top. But he read all of the big. So I mean, some of those things were the nerves had them. Some of them, I think, they were nervous because you come in and you all anxious to get something, and then you standing with a placard in front of you, and then people looking at you and stuff like that. So I think some of them were nervous and stuff, and that most of them had a lot of, they knew the words, some of them, but then they were skipping the little words. I think my thing is, Maurice, I think they should let them in and then try to kind of like tutor them into doing those things instead of just letting them go. So I'm gonna stop there for now. I don't know what you think about it. Yeah.
After the war, as a matter of fact, during the peace accord, during the APC, the Accra Peace, the APA, the Accra Peace Accord, it was agreed that the military, the army should be dissolved because the army was considered a faction. Yeah. So that process took place. The army was dissolved. So they start a new army. And the recruitment started. The United States was solely and wholly responsible for the training of our army. Unlike the police that was trained by United Nations Army, and that comprises of people from different countries, different kind of trainings, but the army was handled by the United States. They took responsibility to train our army, especially the first batch. So the standard was set that you must be at least a high school. A high school, at least the minimum, a high school student, somebody. You must be able to read and write because they wanted to train. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why they decided to train a sizable army so that the army will be well equipped, well trained. Yeah, they didn't just come to train a whole lot of people, this and that. So the standard was set. And the same way, nothing has changed. 2007, 2008, it was the same. It was open. People go and stand. They have cameras. They have media people. It was just the same. Nothing has changed.
Well, I don't think it was just publicized. Like maybe because the internet wasn't big as it is today, right?
That's exactly that way I'm going to.
Okay.
At the time, the whole Facebook thing started. The whole Facebook is, as a matter of fact, started February of 2004. That when Facebook actually started. There were a lot of
I was just college student on it. It was I started with Facebook when I was in school, and when we were all in school started. But then after a while, I got off it when it started getting toxic. But when Facebook started with students.
Yeah, Facebook started with students 2004 February. I don't know the exact date, but that was quite sure it started February of 2004. That when Facebook started. And 2006, 2007, up to 2008, we didn't even have a video call on Facebook, no messenger call. We didn't have Facebook didn't have auto features, no video, no going live. So Facebook didn't have auto features. So just to backtrack a little bit, this is the reason why Maraseli first time the campaign was not too strong because a lot of people were not on Facebook, social media were not too strong.
Yeah.
2005
people I know about Facebook.
Exactly. 2008-9, people started gravitating towards Facebook. 2010, that's the reason why the second time campaign was so strong. Because by then, everybody was on social media now. Facebook going live, this and that. So the politics becomes so tense. Right now, just close Facebook, the whole politics will slow down. The whole noise in the country will quiet.
Be lying and getting away with it.
Yeah, the whole noise will just shut Facebook down for 6 months. Trust me, that country will be quiet. That whole noise will quiet. So Facebook was not in. So, but it was the same thing. People used to go stay online. They used to evaluate people. The evaluation was to be on in public. People they had journalists, so it was nothing has changed. And there's a reason why there's a reason why that standard was set and that standard still the same. Because we have a society where the politics continue to take over the country. Imagine if they were doing that stuff, the whole training team behind closed door, where people have to bring somebody, recommend somebody in the army, just bring somebody, train the army. At the end of the day, when we have 10,000 army, we have army that they can't even read. They don't even know their left and right. It's the same people that will be condemning our army. It's the same people that will be saying, oh, that they're doing pick and choose. The same people that are going today, they can't read and write. They will be the same people that will come outside. They say, oh, they will not say, oh, they cheated me. The people bring their own people. So we have to consider that too. And like I said, the system has not changed. It has been the same. Nothing has changed. To be honest with you, you cannot join the army. You can't read and write. Army is not based on sympathy. Army is not area where you just going to go look for job because you don't have a job. Just go look for job. You don't recruit people into the army based on sympathy. Oh, the person can read, but they got passion. No, that's not it. And today, army, the army have a department that the army have a department that call it MOC, professional military or something, where the army is not only to tow gun. They have agricultural unit. They have engineering unit. They have people from different. They even have doctors in the army.
So they're trying to do it like here.
That's how our army looking. That's how our army looking. It's not we're not at the top, but we have all the division. We have engineering division. We have the agriculture division. We even have doctors. We have different professionals on different levels. So because you see, imagine if we have an army, you send army out there in the peacekeeping, they can't even speak good. They can't even read and write. How? What type of army will be having? So we actually have to consider, and that's the reason why our army, like I said, the standard was set from day one. Even though it came a time people wanted to play politics, but the army, the AFS stood their ground that it would never change. That system would never change.
Yeah.
This is the system for you to be able to be enlisted in the army. This is the procedure. There has to be the procedure. The police dropped the ball. So all kind of people started going to the police, this and that. Because the army to be just to give it back to you. When you're in the security man, whether you're in the army or in the police, there are a whole lot of things that you must know. You must know your own right. You must know the other people right.
Yeah.
Because if you not know other people right, you can just do anything to them. Because you feel that you got a gun. When you got a gun, you feel you can do anything to anybody. No. You must know even the law that you're dealing with, you must know the law. You must know what the law says. What is made right are? What are the rights of these people? So you must know all those things. You must be able to think, to do critical thinking. So, we cannot have an army where people can't even read and write. You fumble, just to read, you fumble. How can you even be in the army? So, it is sad, but if we want a better army,
so
we must remain with the standard.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to know how to read, right, Maurice? I'm not disputing that fact. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have that standard, because even here, that's what we do here. We, you have a reading test. You have before you from what you do on the test. It give you a job in the military here, right? So that's not what I'm saying. You know how they say, hey, I'm not the person, but can I open it? You know how they say when monkey giant eat pepper? I'm not calling anybody monkey okay. So just to put that out there, when monkey giant eat pepper, right, Morris?
You
know how they say when monkey jam it eat pepper?
Well, I like monkey jam can eat pepper.
I'm not calling anybody monkey, right? I just talking my own little proverbs, my uncle just taught me well. So, but anyways, on a serious note, I would say in Liberia, we Afro, there's something that's in the comment section. The link is in the comment section. Afro will be more something to talk about it. He's the military man from Liberia. So in Liberia, we have, these people that, and it is a good thing, like, because they have these standards, like you said, the U.S. military trained them, because that's what they do here. But I'm saying in Liberia, we need military men, right? And women. And then they have time on their hands. These people are high school graduates, supposedly, or supposed, let me not put my quotation down, but they are high school graduate, like they said. So once they get enlisted in the army, they can always, give them like, let's say like 6 months to a year to master their craft. Let them be going to classes like, 2 or 3 hours a day and something like that. And I think it will be better. I think so. And like you said, they have different jobs in the military, right? Everybody cannot sit in the office. So here, college graduates, at the end of training, they become officers. They go in as officers and start to go for officers training and stuff like that. Now from high school, you start to climb the ladder, and get up there. So those who have those college graduation or degrees and stuff, they can start from there. That's how well they do in the written. They got to do written tests too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how well they do in the written test too will determine what kind of job they can secure in the military. So all of those people that over there, they don't have to go and start from up, even though you still have to know how to read.
They can do drug tests and all.
Exactly. So yeah, you still have to know how to read. You can go just and go and what you might call it. Ooh, I'm not perfect tonight. You can just go and they have to give you script to read, or let's say you cook in the army. You have menus. I don't know, like very menus, right? I'm sorry, but I don't cook the you got menu. Oh, when you go somewhere else, then you have to read a script of like orders and stuff like that. So you have to know the basic reading skills and stuff like that, algebra and stuff. Science, basic math, science and stuff like that. You have to know it. So yes, I do know, but I really think that some of those people they were nervous. They were kind of, I just don't want to talk about it because I just felt bad. I don't know why. When I saw that happen, I was like, this is a fresh grade reading stuff that I'm showing these people, like, and I'm like, these people are high school graduate. I just felt bad.
But you really don't believe that they get people in our country that get degree, they can't be reading, right? You don't believe that?
That just gave me a whole, like, yesterday just gave me a whole different look on the spirit. Like, please tell me this is not everybody. And it's not everybody. To be honest, to be fair, they have some people who pay attention in school. And some of these people, they can be victims of the kind of school they went to, because not everybody went to the top schools. So, and some people, they are just, they never pay attention. They never did what they're supposed to do. They were, acting cute and giving other things up for grace. The guys were playing dice or, doing, so yeah, we get it. But yesterday wasn't a good look at all. I mean, for me, I felt bad. I don't think it was something like for everybody making content and laughing and bullying those people. I thought it was just horrible. But welcome, Mr. Alfred. The military man is here. He can, he'll be something to tell us more about this recruitment. And
What, the main army currently?
No. Like, don't make me tell that man. I mean, like, it was. I just joking. Yeah. Go ahead, Alfred.
Well, thank you. It's been a long, long time since I appear on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it hasn't just been easy for me. So to get here, it's been some. I stay home today. That's why you find me here tonight. Yeah, I had contractors coming in my house to change my house clothes, so I have to ask for excuse to be here all day working. But I was following the show, and I just thought to come in and give my 2 cents as it relates to the recruitment process,
Mm-hmm.
and having served myself 9 years of service in the armed forces of Liberia. I'm very
Thank
proud
you
of
for your service, sir.
very proud of my service, and the armed forces of Liberia that I
Fire.
was that I was privileged to have joined in 2008
Mm-hmm.
is a force for good. The Liberian people can trust these armed forces. This institution got to the point where we have laid an indelible mark in the standard that we were taught by the Americans going to stay. So there might be some downsides to why the AFL had to go live, but my interpretation of it is that the AFL is trying to show the Liberian people that it is working as an institution and making sure that the AFL will be void of any form of corruption. It will be void of any form of tribalism, and it will be void of any form of religious line.
Politics.
So, and politics, so to speak. So, in my mind, the live broadcast of the process yesterday was just to show that. However, when I joined the military in 2008, even to the fact that we have to have the issue of confidentiality and privacy,
Mm-hmm.
nobody knew that I joined military for my family.
That was one of the reasons, yeah.
So I was just contacted by the recruiter after I graduated from high school. 2 years I was sitting at home. I just saw the American black American coming to my home in the SSR Jeep and asking for me, have my photo and everything, asking for me, oh, do you like to join? I say yes. And I did that without my family knowing. The only time they knew was when I was graduating. I had a friendly phone call, they can call a friendly phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them where I was, they should come in and meet me. And they met me at the Barclays Training Center. So yes, the live broadcast may have had some downsides, but I think we must look at it beyond that. That the institution itself was trying to tell the Liberian people that this recruitment process will not be based on because someone outside has a member in the army, through that person, they can join the army. So not even the chief of staff, brother, will join the army on water. You will have to stay on that land. You will have to read that paper. And let me just make this clear. Apart to that same process, that same flashcard already in 2008. And reading that flashcard does not mean you automatically qualify or eligible for basic training.
You gotta go do writing test.
That phase is what we refer to as the preliminary aptitude phase. It's just to get you into the number. So say for example, the armed forces of Liberia target to train 500 people, both male and female.
Mm-hmm.
And the first step is to see your level of proficiency. Whether you truly graduated from high school to test your intelligence to say, okay, yeah, read it in SC. That all it was about. Now, when you read that, you go to the first phase. That first phase is require you to do push-ups, sit up, and run. And everything is timed. So if you pass that phase, in fact, you have to get 80% in the 3 events at one phase. You got to get 80% in the push-up to pass. You got to get 80% in the run to pass. You got to get 80% in the sit-up to pass. So when you pass that phase, then you move to the next phase that we call the aptitude test itself. You will sit down and they will give you simple arithmetic, literature, read paragraphs, so going to narrate it and answer some questions. After that, they do your medical. Once you pass through all those stages, you are ready for basic training. Those are the stages. So it doesn't mean that because you read piece of flashcard, it means that you qualify already. No. You when you fail in any of the even I just told you about, you automatically disqualify. You have to go and start again. You have to pass because the AFL is looking for excellence and is looking for the best among us to represent us. So having served that noble institution, and I know the blood and sweat that we have to put down to make that institution what it is today, no level of criticism will change the situation. No level of criticism will make the people to drop their standard. So that standard will remain, and that's what we want. Another thing I also want to say is that what happened yesterday really broke my heart. It talks about our education system because my 10-year-old daughter here can read all that. She can read all that flashcard. She can read all that flashcard. She in fifth grade can read all that flashcard. Then, then people that say they graduated, they have legitimate. The one that really breaks my heart is that people have legitimate high school documents
Yeah.
that the government put out.
The
And
government put out or the school put out?
I say the government put them, and the government gave accreditation to high school to run. Who has the greater responsibility? That the high school or the government?
The high school.
No, the government has a greater responsibility because those high school, those Konosa high school that people just putting up here and there in Liberia, that is not even fit for high school. Some of the high school does not even have a yard. That's just a building standing there.
No, if you're talking about quality and
Quality,
inspection,
there's no quality. And those schools are being run under the Ministry of Education. They are being given accreditation to run as high school. So if I go put high school down, the government give me paper to run high school. Who you hold responsible if I'm not producing quality? Is it a school or the government? Because the government will know better not to give accreditation to all kind of school in our place. And that's what happening. So we're not producing nothing. We're not producing the kind of quality I want to put out. Just the other day, the university entrance, everybody failed. The wire test, everybody failed. They should raise concern to the national. Yes.
Oh.
The national exam, people fail. Majority of the school fail. They should raise concern to those in leadership to let them know that we need to do better as a country. Because those people are the next generation are going to be in leadership. If we don't put people out that will represent us in the next 30 years or 50 years to come, what kind of country will we be living for those people? A country of fools? Is that what we are saying? So, I think the government need to take this situation very seriously.
The Ministry of Education.
The Ministry of Education needs to take this very seriously and see how best we can put a mechanism into place that will begin to produce good and quality high school students that can represent Liberia.
Absolutely.
So that's all my thought on this conversation tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it's not more of a criticism when we talk about putting it on, on Facebook or on the internet. It's not we're not trying to kind of like, put anything on the AFL or something. It's just that, sometimes, like you say, you protect people confidentiality, you protect people from being bullied. Like this guy who read all of those words around it, but couldn't say the word T-O-P. Like he's like the most bully out there. Like they're dragging, bully him. And I don't think that's right. Because things that I can cause people to do harm to themselves. You know what I mean, right?
Yep.
So this is why I'm saying that they shouldn't have done that, because you would think that people would be kind of empathetic about something like that and looking like the way we're looking at the school system, or kind of encouraging, like, oh, you can go and try to go brush yourself up and come back like next year or sometime they're doing it again. But instead, they are really, really bullying this guy on the internet, and that's wrong. So, I mean, if they were not being seen on the internet, if they had not, showcases like that, so to speak, nobody would know what's going on back there, right?
Yep.
You can
Yeah.
still be
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be on Facebook.
Yeah, obviously, we can agree that the live podcast by the AFA yesterday has its own challenges and it has its own downsides. And I think with all the different media conversation surrounding this particular live broadcast, I think the leadership now will go back in house and see how best they can correct the situation, and not to allow the political sentiment that we see in our country to kind of overwhelm the good thing that they are trying to do.
Mhm. Because now, if we even have other people out there that won't want to be brave when they see stuff like that to come up, they would think that people will put them out there and it will be the next clown for the internet. Well, come in, Morris.
Yeah, but the thing is that that was not the intention of the AFA. The AFA intention was not to bully people. You have a bad society. Your society is bad. But on the issue of children reading, we have seen so many videos on Facebook where children having graduation, their own graduation paper speech, they're reading it upside down. We have seen that many times. We have seen that. So the intention was not to bully anybody. That was not the intention of the AFA. The AFA was only trying to do a transparent, process where the society will feel very comfortable to be part of. That's all the AFA. That was the intention. But you have a bad society. We don't have no law. I don't know whether I'll have cyber law, bully law, where social media.
That's cyber bullying.
Yeah. So I don't know whether we'll have those laws, but that was not the intention of the army. And the first thing, when you decide to join the army, the first thing you should know to yourself, like I said, you're not only going to the army to go because you got a job or just passing around, get a job, let me go join the army. The first thing, that passion, you should have that passion within yourself. You should have an idea. It's just like if you go into the bank to go work in the bank, you go for interview, you should dress like a banker, so to speak, right? You should dress like a bank. You can't be going to the bank for interview to work for the bank, especially probably like a teller, that you wear jean trousers or you wear short trousers. People, the first thing they will say, like, man, they're in the hustle. So the first thing is that you should have that intent. You should have that intent, that mindset of where I'm going. I'm going to join the army. And this is the process. What are the process? The process is I have to take this step, follow this step. And the brother was talking about push-up. When I joined Intercom, the US Embassy, it was similar thing. Right outside, if I say right in front of the embassy, they call your name John Brown 24. You walk to the gate, they ask you what your number. Guess what? If you can't remember your number within a few times, they drop you. You have to do 25 push-up right outside, 25 sit-up right outside before you even walk in. And every day you go through the process. If you can't make it, they'll drop you. So when you join the army, you should know what am I going there for? What is the army meant for? What are the things that the army people do? The first thing is, army is a discipline area. You have that in your mind. You already know that within yourself that the army is a discipline area. So I'm going there. And I see a lot of people talking about, they're keeping the people standing outside for long. It's Liberian people.
That's the line.
The people going to go join the army. He said they standing there. The people standing there for long under the sun. They can't even, you see that kind of mentality. But the good thing here is that the AFS stood their ground from the day one. They have not changed their standard. And that's the reason today we have one of the best army. Our army, we ain't got doodoo ball, we ain't got this, we ain't got that. But trust me, our army is well disciplined. We have one of the best army in the sub-region. We can do it. And we want that to continue. We ain't got time for the politics.
And just to add up to what you are saying, my brother, to destroy is easy.
Mhm.
And the military today is not military 50 years ago. The military today is very expensive.
Oh yeah,
Very expensive.
everything is, yeah.
Recently, President Trump, just imagine the richest country in the world, he was complaining about some of the responsibility the government is taking, the federal government is taking. He said the federal government should not be taking responsibility that Medicaid, it should be the state because all that money they want to take it to be able to support the military.
Billions of dollars every day. War.
They want to spend money on the military. So the modern military is very expensive. So for a country like Liberia, I was listening to Senator Cornyn the other day. He was arguing about that bro only have 2,000 men in the army. They don't even have what it takes if there was a war with Guinea. He was making that comparative analysis. And I say, you sit in the Senate. You as a current senator, you live outside Liberia and you understand what it is to run a military. You have not advocated on anything when it comes to the military in terms of equipment, in terms of support, in terms of recruitment. Recruitment alone is very expensive because all the equipment that the recruits going to be using has to be paid for, including their feeding and their accommodation. Where you think the money is going to be coming from if you're not supported? Now, when they graduate, all the equipment that they will use, including their accommodation, needs to be ready. The country just, we always say the country just comes from war. 20 years, in my view, of relative peace is not enough.
Yeah.
20 years, in my view, of reconstruction of a country of 5 million people is not enough. It will take time for us to get to where we want to be. So for the military, Liberian military, it will take time to reach that number that we really desire to say, yeah, this is a standing army. It will take time because modern military is expensive, and you will need to have the right people in leadership that are willing to support that effort. That's the only way you see the military will grow to the strength that we want it to be.
Thank you.
Now,
So,
now,
oh, go ahead.
now let me speak to our young people who want to join the military in Liberia. We understand very well that job or employment opportunities in Liberia is very challenging. And that is the reason why most of the young people want to join it. I mean, so at the end of the day, most of them who have graduated from high school and colleges, at least they can have somewhere to say, yeah, mama coming home, papa coming home. However, I like to encourage them. The armed forces of Liberia, that institution, is not place for people to go look for a job. The core value of the military is selfless service, is sacrifice, is integrity. So if you are going over there and you're thinking that you are going to look for a job,
Whoa. What do you mean by that?
what I mean by that is that it's about patriotism. You are going to join the military because you have Liberia, you love Liberia. So you're going there to sacrifice. So the number one thing that every Liberian that want to join the military that should be on their mind is about patriotism. That you're going to join the army because you love your country, you want to serve. It's about service. It's not about job seeking.
Okay, so I get that part, right? I know it's about service and they can seek jobs other places, but choosing to serve your country, does that mean that you shouldn't have means to take care of your families?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's not what.
So when you're saying it's not about jobs, it's about sacrifices and something, aren't you choosing to go? That's a God forbid, knock on wood, shouldn't give us a war to go and put your body on the line for your country. Isn't that a sacrifice enough that you are making? And there should be a good reward. In case something happened to you, that your family can benefit from?
Obviously, your family will benefit. They got everything in place that you're supposed to get. And if for any reason you die in action, there is a package that your family is supposed to receive for your service. The notion I'm trying to clear out is there is this argument that, because there's no job in the country, so everybody will come join the army so they can get job. Now, when you go with that mindset, sooner or later you get frustrated because the salary structure will not change because you're looking for a job. If you go in the army because you college graduate and then you come in making 900, 1,500 dollars with that mindset, you go there, you'll be sorry because the salary structure that there will not change.
So how does a college graduate, what ranked after graduation, right? After basic training, what rank in Liberia do they start you with as a college graduate?
So as a college graduate, when you join in the military, the first position you become an officer candidate.
Oh, okay. So they do the same as here.
Yeah, you become an officer candidate on basic training. Now, when you graduate from basic training, you graduate work or OC candidate, you become an officer candidate. I mean, you're going to train you to become an officer. Now, when you graduate, when everybody leaves the basic training, you go back for leadership course. All those that will be graduating entering the army as enlisted, but they are college graduate. When they do that basic training with everybody else and graduate, then those group will go back. Maybe the government will say, okay, we have another 3 months or 4 months or 5 months for leadership course training. Now, when you go through that leadership course training, you come back after graduation, your first rank will be second lieutenant.
Okay. So it's nothing different from the US. Okay.
Yeah.
But
let me just add to what the brother was saying. I think I have said this on the show consistently that there are certain jobs you go to. It's not just the money, especially security job. Security, because no amount of money is enough to pay security. Get that record. Let's set that record clear. No amount of money enough to pay the police, but police is not money making hero. The army is not money making hero for yourself. Sometimes just the passion. It's just like the teacher. Anybody could say teacher supposed to be the higher paid player in the country because they educating the society, they educating everybody. But that's not the case. So there are certain areas you go there with passion, not just going there to go look for money. And that is the army. The army, even America, with all the benefit, people go there 5 years, 10 years, they resign. They get all the benefit, they come back, they go into different hustle. They go there with that passion. After that time, they leave. They go back into different. Yeah.
Most people go there for the benefits. Most people go there for
exactly. Yeah. So you see, I think I get what the brother. I think that's what the brother was trying to say.
Do insurance and all of that. So, but they don't make the highest pay.
No.
Okay. So I get that part, but
So
it got
for a country like that, for an underdeveloped country, I don't want to say third world because we got all the resources. The only problem we have is leadership. That's why we are poor. So for a country like Liberia that had gone through civil strife,
you're talking about mouth not shaking.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're not moving.
Maybe that the internet doing that. So the internet doing that. But let me see. But once you can hear me, that is the most important thing. Yeah, the internet will fix itself. So for a country like Liberia that have gone through civil strife where all the institutions were destroyed, it will really take many years for us to get to where we want to be. And it will also take commitment. We need to have people in leadership that really, really have a strong commitment to making sure that we can push our country to where we want it to be.
Right.
So we need to pay our institutions. The judiciary has to meet current reality. The judiciary has to meet current reality. Our security sector reform need to be robust. the police, the immigration, the secret service, the army, all these different branches of the security sector needs to be revamped to reach the point where we can relax as a country. We can really be relaxed as a country.
You know, it's good you said that, because I was going to ask you that. Should we, as a country, with all of the madness that's going on in the region now, right, in Africa, around Mali, where Nigeria, you know, just the madness of our borders, like in the region, all of these so-called United Africa, but what we're not seeing anytime soon from what's going on. Should the police and everybody else be training, like be getting tough military training as well, instead of just, you know, doing Babati training, shoot in case, right? When need be, if need be, you know? So something like that. Alfred, you the military guy, you tell us, should the police also be getting, police, immigration, should all of them be getting these military training like the army gets, and just, you know, since we don't have enough, the other handful that we got in other branches can always add on.
Well, according to the Constitution, the police have their role. They have a civil, you know, everything that have to do with the civic life of the people. That's the role of the police. So the police I would say, okay, yeah, there might be, yeah, hold on now. There might be some section of the police that would need to have some military style training, like maybe the anti-robbery department. People that are going for hardcore case, they have to be trained for anti-terrorism, for example. In the police department, need to have a military staff training, because you will be doing both conventional and unconventional tactics. So that if you are in a situation where the situation is unconventional, you already trained to that particular scenario and you know how to impact that particular system. Unlike for the AFL, it has a specific rule to protect the territorial confines of the country. That's why it's there for. So if you say you want for the people to have military style training, I would say yes, impact for a specific department in the police. Not everybody has to go and do military style training, because you have a military that is distinguishedly different from the police. So you can have the two mixed.
Well, I don't know if I agree with you, but if you have in the military, you have police, right?
Yes.
You have MP.
Yes.
So they are military style trained.
Yeah,
right?
but they are different. Their role.
What is the police, right? Okay. So I'm not saying that it should take away the guy who's supposed to stop the traffic from going this way. I'm not saying that should be taken away. But shooting kids out, the military need, you know, manpower short or whatever the word is, and need that guy. He's ready.
So well, I understand where you're going with this conversation, but I think that's why you have a recruitment process from the military. If you want to join the military, you come and join it. If you want to join the police, you go join the police. Or you can have the two institution mixed. That's the point I'm trying to make to you.
After you gotta improvise in time of
Yeah, I think Amy is thinking. I think she's thinking too deep. You know.
Got to, man. I mean,
yeah, I think she's thinking deep. Like, oh, we have a small size of army. Why in case something happen, the police, if the police are trained, they got military training, they can join the army to defend, to help and stuff like that. I think that she's thinking deep. I don't think that will ever happen. But even if it happened, look, like the brother said, like David said, the police take their own training. The police take training shooting, they know how to shoot. Even immigration do training that will teach them how to shoot, how to combat, how to defend yourself in terms of combat. They all take this training. But in terms of military training, it's specifically for the military.
I get it.
For the army. But in terms of war, let's say go for when the war broke out in 1990, the police were not there. The police were not there, enforcing laws, arresting people to control traffic. As long as they are armed security, they help.
Were they
Even
help?
though that, yes, oh yeah, they have. But I don't think we'll ever reach to that point. But
No,
we
we
have the
won't.
military. The military training. Military training is only for the military. The police can do their own training that will help. And police got gone. You think they're not learning
Yeah.
how to shoot?
What the police get going?
We got we got EPS. We got EPS. We got even
We
immigration got gone.
they call it the PSU, the police support unit.
PSU, police support unit. Yeah.
They are
So,
specifically
but
trained for urban operations,
exactly
including riots and all of that. So,
right.
Well, if you
But
say
the
so,
discipline, the
I'm
training
gonna say
difference.
my advice, that's it. But I don't see anything that was wrong with having tougher training and being a police. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's kind of like killing through.
But you know that even in the police, even in the army, they get military police, they got MP,
Right,
military
that's what
police.
I'm saying. And they're still they're doing policing jobs. But
no, you
No,
can't.
military police, they're not doing policing
The
job.
military police,
they are.
they are strictly protecting the barracks. That their
Yeah.
job. So anything that happens in a barracks between soldier to soldier, soldier to soldier family, the police, the military police are the one that's supposed to ensure that there is civility in the barracks between soldiers. So their role is quite different from the national police. It's quite different because everyone over there everyone over there is a soldier. So when push comes to shove, the MP you see over there will join the infantry.
And the people that can arrest, and the people that can arrest that French soldier, then right?
Yeah. So that
I know.
MP is there to advise the commander on the rules of engagement because like a lawyer person. All right. On the rules of engagement, they are there to advise the commander. Hey, your soldiers are doing this. This is what they're supposed to be following. This is what they're supposed to be following. So they are there to guide the commander on whether it's issuing orders, whether it's disciplining a soldier. All of those things, they are there to guide the commander to do that. So their role is specifically different from the police officer in the civilian war.
They are
So
military police. They are
yeah.
police in the military.
I mean, I understand you live in the barracks, but their job is limited to just the barracks. That's the point I want to make you to don't understand.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
That's what they are military police. They're not outside doing, the civilian policing or whatever. I get that. That's what they are, the MP. But like you said, when push comes to shove, they are all ready.
That's the point line.
Ready.
Yep.
So that's how I wanted to look at the police too.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying, God forbid, I know nothing's going to happen in Liberia, but they say in time of peace,
prepare for war.
Not that it may attend to Proverbs or Kongu around here. In time for peace, prepare for war, right? So you have to, and like I said, with all of the madness we see in the region, like it's really alarming.
I mean,
what you can't relax.
Yeah, what you are saying is true because recently we have seen military alliances around the world have become very unpredictable to the point where alliances are broken, people becoming more nationalistic, and they are breaking promises with their different alliances. So it's just about time now that the government become very strategic in making sure that we can revamp our military as soon as possible rather than wait for later. Because what we are seeing with great powers breaking alliances, people are becoming more nationalistic and they're becoming more about themselves rather than the agreement that they made. They are breaking it, and we're seeing wars all around the place. As simple as people might take it, that the issue on the border with the Solomba border issue in Liberia, if care is not taken, that could create big chaos, And I just think the government that they are using soft diplomacy rather than being radical and trying to divide the people. Because really, even if you have the opportunity to go to that border you will hold your head and say, but why are these people making this kind of noise? Because right across the river, so you cross the river, a family that were on that side that jumping all they say they gonna push the pool on the other side. They get uncle, auntie, grandfather then living across the river. That is same people.
Mhm.
That is same people. The colonial people, European powers went over there and created artificial border. They created an artificial border to keep us divided.
Right.
And the president have said repeatedly that he had met with his nephew in Guinea, Dumbuya. They met and they had a good conversation. That, hey, we can't allow this to divide our people because are the same people, they speak the same language right on our border. So I just think that all the politics, the opposition wants to use this Solomon border issue to gain political relevance. It makes no sense. This is a time that we should be more nationalistic. This is the
Exactly.
time that we should be more nationalistic to help the government to ensure that peace
Right.
is paramount.
Yeah.
Because
So,
we have gone through war. We know what war can do. We have
hold on.
we have we have gone through war and we know exactly what a war did to our country. That today leaders are scrambling on little resources to see how best they can share the resources around to develop the country. It's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
I would just encourage the government to continue this trajectory of soft diplomacy. Whether the noise is being caused, let the opposition be causing the noise while they are doing back channel conversation with their Guinean counterpart to ensure that the people can trust that they can continue to live together again rather than creating a lot of chaos and then we'll go back to zero.
So why saying that I do agree, and we come back to since the American way the Yeke thing. He posted as well saying that oh Yeke has been expelled and his situation is still there. Why did that and that did this to our Senator Connor is a very smart man, right? So I don't know what politics is eating him up to and he feeding
So,
into
yeah,
this.
that's politics.
I don't understand it, but the fact that he's sitting there insinuating that when somebody does something wrong or they break the laws, you shouldn't, you know, should I say, correct them or hold them accountable because that situation that they caused still exists. It kind of makes me feel some type of way. I'm like, okay, so what does this do up to? Like something, and then you said that you want to advocate, like I've already said, for the military. Now you want to play like to be seen like this, like on the shiny hill. But you're a senator. This budget, when their last budget, 2025 budget, I didn't see where you stood up and got angry and said, "Oh, you're serious? This is what you're giving the military? How dare you? We should increase that." I didn't see you saying any of that. None of them. So for you to now make it look like, oh, how did this is something on our democracy? This is something. No, I think you're being a hypocrite. Because if you're talking about democracy is supposed to be a place where rule of law, survives, right? If not everybody running head to scattered, then you say, oh, because of democracy. How can people live in a society like that? Everybody will want to do their own thing because if you're trying to get people, if that's what your senator insinuating, then I mean people get up and start going and doing madness because whatever trouble it cause, it still exists. So we cannot reprimand them. We cannot punish them. Let's just leave them, let it run wild. That make our democratic strong. Democratic. So I mean, how can a senator even sit there and say something like that? That made me look at him. I'm like, yeah, I think something like about, I don't know what the politics creeping into this guy or whatever, but it's not making him look good at all because I see him as one of the smarter person in that house, and that should know better than to be saying stuff like that.
Like Liberia is a very interesting country. When issue arises and people don't have any contribution to make, they quickly twist it around and make it out of politics because they want to gain political relevance. They want to gain that political showmanship. That's why American and the rest of them do the smart one thing. They will try to show that political showmanship. Say he became senator. What what law hasn't drafted that benefit the country? Right in Bapulu County there, we have B Mountain. B Mountain share with Bapulu County. They put destroying the water resources for our local community people over there. We have talked about that over and over and over. When was the last time Senator Cornyn joined Senator Vapla to go and do a real assessment of the operation of B Mountain in Grand Cayman County? What has been the significant impact of the company in the county? Because the communities people that live where they share the same river, they share the same river, the same creek, the same farm. They live together. When was the last time you saw him getting angry to talk about the damage that B Mountain is causing for our people? Recently, we had a bad president going there. The company is they have to open your mind and tell the Liberian people how much money they're making. Over $1.6 billion a year, United States dollar. But go to where the gold is coming from. No safe drinking water, no quality healthcare center, no education for the people that live there. The employment opportunity is low. You have less employed with the company.
Tell me how long are you here for?
But he sits there and does not do anything.
1 o'clock.
So I just want to stop here because of time, and we'll continue tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead, Morris, if you want something to do your closing. And just wrap everything up in there.
Yeah, I know, right? See, I think what Taylor 98 was in, I think 98 when the politics were getting strong against Taylor. What Mr. Taylor said. Taylor said Toto won't buy but a handshot. I don't know whether at the time you were referring to himself, Toto. Yeah, that was Mr. Yeah, that was President Taylor. He said Toto, yeah, Toto won't buy but hey, the handshot. Meaning he wanted to do more, but he not getting the support, especially for the international community. That's what he actually need. But I don't know whether the opposition will get today if they were during Taylor time, they were going to say, oh, the president called, he said Toto, the president had said it. Well, anyway, look. Yeah, you see, the reason why you see the likes of Amara Corner and all of them talking, the passing around, they do all the talking, you know, there are people who actually feel that when they meet you, they get the power to destroy you. They get people that truly believe that they 100% or probably without them, there's no way Baka are going to be president. There are people that actually hold a mindset. Without them, whatever reason they supported the paper or whatever intent they have in there, only they and God know. But they truly believe that if without them, the paper are not going to become president. And so they will make sure they will destroy the paper. And there are people that truly hold that belief in their mind. For me, I've always said this. For you to have that thinking, they don't know history. Seriously, I don't care who you are. I don't care your status. For you to hold that thinking, you don't know history. Because you really think people's mind will not open? You really think people will not grow in their mind? You really think you just got the people in box? They can just open the box and say, y'all go to play, they go there. That's why you think? Oh, because yesterday you say this and the people listen to you. Because it was in line with what you were saying. So in no time, you just turn around today, you say, oh, no, y'all go this way. See, they're making all this noise. When Costa left the paper, he said he joined Joey. I told you, I said, when I even hear that, you better blessing this guy. That Bob,
it was.
Who told you when you made somebody, you can just destroy them because you made them? Even the children that we can born, you born the child, you do everything for the child, you send the child to school, the child go to college, everything, you become man. You think you can just easily destroy that child because you make the child? I don't know where they get the mindset. So you see, when you see them going around making all the noise, oh, you gotta remove your care, the Guinea, so what? What am I gonna do? If you can do something that warrant a disciplinary action by his colleagues, and they took that disciplinary action, what am I gonna do whether Guinea soldiers see there or not? Oh, you remove your care, but the people see there. So what? So because they remove your care, they must carry all the Guinea soldier to the border to remove the Guinea soldier. You see the mindset? You know,
Yes.
I listen to the Snow talking about, oh, that's somebody's job. You're not take for Indian. Look at that kind of thing.
You see.
Look at that kind of
Because
elementary way of thinking.
yeah, because that's all he used to milking the Liberians people. None of
That's
them
somebody's job. Yeah, that's somebody's job. You're not take the mainstream. Who told you that? When even when you even when who care? Even when you're working somewhere, when you do something that a company have to dismiss you, see the company will think whether that's somebody, whether you feeding your family or not.
You should
So
have
Mr. Snow, seriously, so Mr. Snow, think when he become president, if he will ever become president, when you appoint people,
I mean, not gonna order wood. God forbid. Where's the
when you appoint a minister, then when they do something, he will not fire them because when you fire them, you're taking a job for him more.
If they know if they taking their bread, their daily bread.
Yeah, I don't blame the people. Sometimes the journalists then I can sit there in front of people asking them questions. They can just listen at the people just say nonsense. They talk part of Tabata. They just Suno instead of remove as the speaker.
Don't ask them the tough questions.
The same Suno supported the removal of Alex Tyler. He was not thinking that he taking Alex Tyler's speaker job for him more. I don't understand. But they just think the whole country, everybody just dumb. Everybody just stupid in the country. That's how they really think. We see them doing all the noise talking, making all this screaming. The other bugger yesterday when we show all this screaming. He really believed that he the one made the government, so he would destroy the government. But seriously, that boy really believed that in your whole mind. He the one make Bouaka to become president, so he will make sure Bouaka will not become president.
I don't know why would somebody
Yeah.
nobody made him. All the Liberian people believed in him at the time. They supported him. They believed he was the right person at the time. You can
the evidence shows.
Even of course, yeah, you supported him too. You are Liberian. If those people, every money that was being raised and something, it was not coming from one person's pocket. It was coming from everybody's pocket.
I spent $800 from my personal money to support you.
Just because you
what the whole thing about? Oh, they just bitter. They just angry. They just bitter. Like what? You talk Bouaka of Jowia.
You
know? We are any swing you say days ago that the old man is the statement, is the leader, is the older man. He know leadership. He's not here for anybody to like get remote control. No. So for me,
go ahead, I end up Morris.
Yeah, so you see, for me, as much as it is annoying, we all the noise and making it screaming. Look, the evidence will show. People's eyes are opening. And you see the young boy that wake up, you say, well, you were doing job, we have project. How many? He didn't even do it for 2 weeks, they were tired. Because nothing to show. Nothing to show. They never just wake up, oh, I will be showing job, we have project. And you'll get JMB, so I'll be showing 2 weeks. The man took less than 2 weeks to show job, we have 6 years.
They got
project. Job, we have 6-year project.
They got all the people they want to hear. What do you think you can do?
He got no project to show.
Nothing. He took 2 weeks to show Joe we have 6-year project. In the whole country, they were tired.
Well, Brother Morris, so why the men all went to Joe or on Nashville to show it?
Let them be screaming. Let them be screaming all over the place and that. All we can say, the government will just continue on the path, do more, continue to do more. Trust me, the people will see. The evidence will show itself. They're not you're screaming or not all the noise you do, you're screaming. No. The evidence will show itself. That's all we can say.
Just so you all know, breaking news. The president, through the Ministry of Youth and Sport, is about to do a groundbreaking ceremony in Sano County where they'll be building a mini stadium.
Sano or
Grand Crew, rather.
They got one Grand Crew, they building one Grand Crew in Cape Mount, I think somewhere else again.
But anyways,
one in Bong, Cape Mount, Grand Crew.
Right.
Yeah, so just as what Morris said, that people think they made somebody. Do you know Afra and lean like what and fix electronic? Do you know how much time we spent on that night exchange, and not night exchange, but spoonlet night, running campaign? They don't know some of us, and we didn't do it for that. We did it because we wanted, leadership change in our country because of what was going on, right? That was the reason why we did it. Was we made Joe Boga, we contributed a lot too. That was a big sacrifice that all of us was making. And coming there in the night and sitting there and shout out to Nelson from Spoon. Sitting there, so now he'll be sleeping, so now Nelson will leave all that he's there coming for something, he'll fall asleep in the back, and all of that. That was sacrifice that young Liberians were making. So how can you just trash all of that and then just single hand yourself out and say you made somebody and you can destroy them? And that's what Costa was saying. I might have destroyed Joe Boga. I'm like, dude, get a hold of yourself. You are not God. Don't destroy anybody. God put you in that position and made people to look up to you. He's the same guy. You're proud. That's what the Bible said. The proud of a man can destroy him, and that's exactly what happened to him. So if you think that there's God, I can destroy somebody, you better be careful because you on the road to destroy yourself because people are not stupid. You telling people like this man doing all of these things, you telling people, oh, he's not doing anything. Are they blind? Like when George then come in and say, oh, they lie. We used to sit on the show and lie. Say, George, we are doing it. George, we are doing it. I'm not in Liberia. The people living there, they're seeing their lives. How the hell I'm going to tell you? Why am I lying to you for you to listen to me? Does that make any sense to anybody?
Oh, money.
Well, go ahead, Alfred, close up. Do your closing.
Well, again, I want to say thank you so much, Amy, for this platform. You are doing extremely well. I want to give you your flower while you are alive. We're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here, to augment this conversation. Unfortunately, our job schedule and time have not been able to give the opportunity to do that. But I just hope and pray that in the future we can readjust ourselves and we can come back here and continue this rebuilding process of our country. This is a huge sacrifice that you make every day to come here and spend your little money to talk about the future of Liberia. Know that you are making a significant contribution and people are watching what you are doing and it will pay off someday. I want to congratulate you for staying on here, bringing people like Maurice to come and join you. And you guys are always here to talk about the future of Liberia. I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to join the platform, to be here tonight. And I hope that God will continue to give you the strength to continue what you are doing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. And we always leave our people hanging, but when we show up, they show up and watch us. Our little homo platform. We don't make people here. We just support, and we ask all the time. I put a link in the comment section that whenever anyone wants to join us, you're more than welcome to join us. And Liberia is, all of our country, and we are seeing some changes. It's not where we want to be yet, guys. We know that, and there's a lot of things that needs to change. But I heard some news about LEC digital meter or something to try to minimize
some of the yellow markets arrived yesterday.
Yeah, so and then hearing that, what is it? IMF give $200 how many million to Liberia
26
to pump into the economy because of the growth.
226 million.
226 million, yeah. And I mean, when they trust you, even though they can want something, right? But still, it's something that is still happening. If they trust a government doing something and they see that they're on the right trajectory, they sometimes put some, cash on there, and that's what we're seeing. And the road construction, we want that, but we also want to see LEC. We want to see some of the investment into LEC too, because that is really important. The roles are important. We like it. We've seen it, connecting counties and connecting the whole coastal connection, whatever it is. We are liking it. We loving it. We want to see that our people farm to market. And then we see agriculture. I know we always come at Maurice and talk about agriculture is not being supported. We're now seeing this. We're not, but that's why showing these things are important. This guy is going around, JMB son again. Why the other guys, Dyrus and Marco Lesson and Project Omar and Question Omar, you know, they're all going showing projects now. Why he going and showing the agriculture stuff and showing farmers and how the Ministry of Agriculture is helping them. And Mars, you will not believe some of these things we don't even know. We didn't know, right? When I see some of these, I said, wow, people, you know, bringing in machines, buying it for Dundee mills and stuff, and it's really helping farmers, and they are producing, you know, rice and also, but we're not seeing it. We just hear the propaganda of it all. But we're not really saying like, oh, agriculture, they're not supporting. If you call yourself an agriculturalist and you're the president, you want the agriculture side, and there's the budget is not there, the budget is nothing happening. But these people are partnering with other people and making and helping these farmers. And we did not know what I've seen so far from this boy going around sharing videos. I did not know these things were going on in Liberia. And it's really nice for our people, for our farmers, and we need more of those things to happen. So Liberia can be what?
Sufficient.
There you go. Good English. The way our neighbors, or should I call it not neighbors, but brothers and sisters from, I don't even want to say their names, South Africa, the way they are behaving, disgusting. And all I can say to that is that the government is also into that, because there's no way a country, bunch of people can just get a civilian, just get in the street and killing people, beating people, and the government is there not doing anything about it. That is very something give up under that. That is very wrong, and I think it's time that people pay attention. I'm not saying we shouldn't be united Africa, but I don't see it yet, guys. From what is going on around the globe, I really don't see that united Africa yet. Maybe when some of us have some gray hairs on our heads, that's when it was happening. But for now, I think it's good for us to support our country, all other African countries that want to partner, and let's do or put a leader's feet to the fire to do well, to do, you know, good by that country, for the citizens to be in a good environment or good condition, to not want to leave that because Liberia or West Africa, they look at South Africa and the greener patches there to go there to go look for, as long as I'm leaving my country. You ain't Ghana, I go to Ghana, I go to Nigeria. Those are the kind of things, because I feel like things, well, it's rough in Nigeria too, Morris. Nigerian people are crying too. But to us, as long we are outside of Liberia, so some people as long as they're outside of that country, then that means things will get better. So this is why it's important for the government to look at stuff like this and really try to invest in their country. And we as people too, to try to, we can afford it. And I think somebody said something before, I don't know who, I think it's the vice president interview, Morris. He was saying something which was very profound. He said, we as Liberians, right? Let's say you want to build a big hotel. I really listened to that, that is that he does have a point, even though we've been saying this thing a lot of time that Liberians don't like to work together, because some people are crooked, some people, not that they don't like to do it, but whenever they try it, maybe they don't go the right way, Morris, to do proper paperwork or whatever, and somebody want to be a little crooked and do something that nobody want to work. It turn into shit or plenty of flour, that we would say, right? So it doesn't work. Like Morris had money. I got $1,000. Morris got $1,000. We need something needs to be, like Africa got $1,000, fix electronic. Lady like got one. Let's say we need something done for $10,000. I don't have the 10,000. Morris doesn't have it. But when we all put together, guess what? We have it, right? And then when we work together in something and invest in that project, we go ahead and do it. As time goes on, that project has to generate money. We will all get our money and start getting profit from there. And he said that's what the foreigners do. And that's why when it comes to this country, they try to something. But that's another side to that too, though, Morris. These foreigners come, they got better opportunity to get money from the banks, right? We don't as citizens. So
because I trust the sincerity aspect of it too.
Yeah, that could be it too. Yeah. So there's something that we really need to look at. Liberians need to invest in Liberia. everybody, Nigeria needs to invest in Nigeria, Guinea needs to invest in Guinea, Ivory, I mean, I know that United Africa is not happening right now, but at least let's start running to, not to say you don't want to, but just for what is happening in South Africa. It's disgusting. It's horrible. Yeah.
Amy, we got our own problem too as a country. Trust me, we have our own problem too, and we're not honest, we're not responsible.
That's
Most
true.
of all. And I'm glad that maybe we'll find time to talk about it. I'm glad that the president is trying to work on something. I know I know he's trying to create a department or something where digital something to digital the whole country, like something like I'm trying to get it right. But the point I'm trying to make is that we're not honest, we're not sincere. Even the loaning thing, every time when the government even decide to put small money together aside to loan people, they will not pay.
They will run away to look at it.
They will run away. And bank service $45,000. I'm not sure you even have paid that money up to now. They will not pay. And the foreigners, when they come, because they know that they're in their country. Yeah, they know that they're in their country. When they go take money from the bank, they go take a loan from the bank, they will pay. But we're not honest. Even Bob Johnson, when Madam Saleh took over, I think Madam Saleh first time, first time they had that program, Bob Johnson, the guy who beat that Kenny Jam.
BET on Bob Johnson.
Yeah, Bob Johnson. I think they had a small loan for crediting people. This and that. Some people took that money, they came to America, they never went back.
Wow.
Yeah. Some people took some money, 50,000, small money, 50,000, 25, 30,000, this and that. They run away, they didn't go back.
That's crazy.
That is we're not honest. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We're not honest. We go to work, we say one work. We go to work, we can't take the job serious.
Mm-hmm.
We leave from work, we can't go back. So we have our own problem as a country.
Oh yeah.
So I mean it's just hard, But like you said, if we all put together, we can make something. But even Susu, sometimes you want $10,000, you can't get it at once. Then at Susu, hey John Susu, everybody put their money together to give it to you. You do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you want to do. You do your little project and stuff like that. With that late 10,000, you do it. Then you put together, you give it to one person. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So this is no difference. You put together because it's not easy for your one to just save. You get that amount of money.
Yeah. It's not. It's going to take you a long time to do that. So
when the vice president said the vice president was right, we're not good at working together as a team.
No, we're not.
We're not good.
It all comes down to the trust issue. I may be in the right place to do it. You may be in the right place, but the other guys may be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see. And then some people are not consistent. Like when you building a business, sometimes it takes years, 3, 4, 5 years before you really start to see invest. A return on your investment. But once people start to put together and do stuff, and some people say, they want to start demanding for that money already. When you then say, okay, it's not done for this and stuff, it become a big deal, and then they start spraying news, rumors, and stuff like that. So people most of the time don't want to deal with that. So you're right. We do have our own problems. So sometimes when people who can do it, when they do it, then we're looking at them, they're taking all like jobs and stuff, like all companies and stuff. While we also want Liberians to take over their own country, but if you don't have companies who are fully equipped or fully they don't have all of the necessary, documentations or other stuff to do it, and then people who are there ready at the time to do it, why should we have to wait? Liberia has come like 20 some years, like Afro was saying, after the war. It's like we should be on a speedboat by now. We don't have time to be wasting because years are gone by. I'm getting older. I don't want to see this good Liberia. People talk about Nama Day, doing Lamgo days, doing other day, doing Boman Day. I want to see it now. That's the time I'm alive. But Boman Day, Lamgo Day, I wasn't alive. I didn't know anything. And I want to see the Liberia now. So we should be on a speedboat, at this. We are way behind at this point.
So it's a problem, though. The country is a serious problem. By the time your Liberian may start doing something, the first thing you think you have to crook you. Oh
Even
yeah,
in
you
the
think you have
country,
to.
where you go in a country, you say, I want to help my Liberian people, brothers, then to help. Okay, I want to build this here. I only got 2 months here. You were even like most of the people talk about Morris. You would even be at the site. They would tell you, "Oh yeah, I can do it." So you would be at the site before they be there. Let my brother-in-law, my brother-in-law said, "Oh God, I was there before him." And then when I called him, he's telling me that his wife's stomach, he had a stomach pain. His wife had to go to the hospital. I said, "Oh my God!" He said, "I wasn't having that. I had to get people to do it." These and they said, "Oh, you don't want to support Liberians. You think I come do 10 hours overtime on my feet to go, what, lavish it because I want to support Liberians? No, you are not serious.
No,
I'm not
I'm
going
not
to waste
serious.
my investment because I'm trying to support Liberia. I'm trying to help you, and you don't want to help yourself, and you think I have it to be wasting it? No, that's not it. So even these jobs and they are asking for, Morris, the way people are disciplined here to make sure you clock in something. If they had those systems there, some people would make it right, but a lot of people.
That what the president trying to work on. That what I think that what it the digital. I think the digital system
the
of
insurance, something like
mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Liberians, the mindset needs to change as well as everybody. We need this, we need that. You yourself, you need to change. You need to get with the system and change your mindset, your mentality about like Liberia. You need to get rid of that. Something good can happen in Liberia. If everybody else doing it, you can get up in that Liberia, you can leave Liberia and go to the women land. You get with the program and start behaving like that. What makes you think you can do that same? You can do that same thing in Liberia. When they talk about it, that American thing with Liberia, guess what? You will be sitting there in plus and be doing your liberating, but I'm not bringing you on board on my small business to do. You can't tell me say that Liberia. No, I'm not doing that.
And the thing can be so cheap. The thing they can crook you can be so cheap. Look, somebody will call you, say, "Oh, I ain't got money now. I can call you." You send son a $5 or $10 credit in your phone. That $10 big thing now. They can call you again. That $10 or $5 you send in your phone. I mean, that $5 or $10 you send in your phone, they would never call you again. That's the. I got one of my picking. He will behind me. "Oh, big brother, we need to do business here now. We're trying to open a printing shop." He knows computer. He have an idea about computer stuff like that.
Don't
He will
even
behind me for.
that story.
Yeah, he will behind me. Oh, so I said list. So I said list everything that you want. This and that. He listed all the things, the equipment. Don't even send the money. Just buy it and send it. Just buy the thing and send it. Everything was like $1,300. The thing I'm telling you, I started buying those in there. The ink. He said, "I want ink, this type of ink, this and that." I'll buy it, put it in. So he said, "Oh, see, you now get all the thing here. Just send me the one you got." So somebody will go in. I sent 2 computers, 2 brand new computers and the ink. I sent it. That was the end of it. I mean, so that was the end of it. So they men who were telling me, yeah, they men that were telling me for me to pull out all the thing at the barrel and send it. Everything at like $1,300. I don't get all the things they say the one you get, just send it. I send it 2 computers and everything. That was the end of it. So we have our own problem as people.
Same thing. I got the same story too. In my own life,
you know,
persons. They will be calling the moment they get that stuff. They'll even call you and say, you get
they can call you again.
So this is what I do, right? I'm like, so how's the business going? All right. Okay. So you used to bug my phone like, 2, 3, 4 times a day. Now I better hear from you in a month. What is going on? It's like what they can say, we drink water here, and we something that's exactly, they have their own water there too. Like everybody's the same story, and I probably like, you know what, I give up. I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Seriously, man.
I give up. Yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone for being here with us. I think
I know.
That bird story can finish. Africa got stuck in the back.
You can't finish, man.
Thank you for being here. I think that this is what we're gonna do, right, Maurice? I think it's gonna be Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We'll be showing up It's still a
Yeah,
it's
yeah. At least instead of we can do it. We can minimize the days.
yeah,
At
until we
least
already
Monday.
get
Yeah,
to get back on track and to stop the too much apology.
you're right. Exactly. Yeah. At least let's do it 3 days in a week.
Doing that. So guys, that would be the next schedule for now, so we can get back on track. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us every night when we show up here. We appreciate you, and we all doing this for Mama Liberia, right? We are interested in our country growth. That's what we do. We're not getting paid. We don't know government officials. They don't know us, and that's not why we do it, right? So we do it because we love Liberia. Want to see the good and betterment and development of Liberia, and that's it. That's about it. And you all feel the same way too. If you're sitting here listening to us, we know that you do. So share the show, please, and we'll see you again, God's willing, Thursday or Friday. All right. Have a good night, y'all.
Anyway.
Don't laugh, Morris.